Welcome to the Rogers Kakasungura YouTube channel. It's a high time the people of the Republic of Kenya, we begin to ask serious questions. Away from singing two-term, one term, we need to come back, sit, and begin to ask serious questions. Politicians from the government of the day, including the Cabinet Secretary for Treasury, that is John Mbadi, claims that Kenya's economy is now stable and growing. I have seen Kindiki giving the same information. I have seen William Ruto himself giving the same information. That wherever he goes, he says Kenya's economy is now stable. I saw Mbadi claim that our debt has been paid to 2028, to 2030. That's what he said. So meaning, as of now, according to John Mbadi, Kenya has no debt to repay. But let's come back to the ground. Away from what politicians say, let us come to the ground and ask ourselves questions. A community that prospers is a community that gives affordable education to its young generation. Education is the ultimate poverty killer. No any other way we can do it. Education removes mediocrity. I am talking about basic education to Form 4. Basic. Mtoto ajue kusoma, mtoto ajue kuandika, mtoto ajue kuongea. Basic education. You can be able to communicate in Swahili. Not fluency, but you can be able to comprehend, understand, and answer back. Basic education. If a community, a country, cannot be able to provide quality basic education to its children, that country is bound to die. Now, I want to take you through what the government says versus the reality on the ground. As of today, the government stands still that Kenya's economy is doing so well. But is this a reality to the common citizen? The biggest question in the room. Signs are very clear. And I want to speak to you. Whether you are in government, whether you are in the opposition, the people of the Republic of Kenya, you must listen to this. This is practical. It doesn't need any rocket science for you to understand. It is in the public domain that a number of parents cannot be able to afford to admit their children to grade 10. Reason being, the high cost of admission. From the education data, 1.1 million children sat for their grade 9 examination. But as of today, only 300,000 are able to afford grade 10 admission. 800,000 are still out. So the question is this. If 800,000 children out of 1.1 million cannot be able to afford education, how stable is our economy? I was reading an article here, and the verdict of that article is as follows. Allow me to read that part for you. It says, an economy is not truly doing well if it cannot provide for the basic needs of its citizens. While a high GDP indicates a country has the capacity to provide a good life, it does not mean it's actually doing so. Yeah? Most modern economists argue that for an economy to be considered healthy, it must achieve inclusive growth, where the benefits of a larger economy are felt by all levels of the society, not just at the top. Allow me to expound this. It means, as of today, the people who are able to afford grade 10 admission are people at the top. Because look at the numbers. I want you to weigh 300,000 versus 800,000 out of 1.1 million. What does that indicate? Only the people at the top are able to afford grade 10 admission. Now, economists, you are here. Can this really indicate that our economy is doing so well, yet it cannot be able to provide basic needs like education to its children? You know, in Kenya, according to our 2010 constitution and other laws that have been existing, education itself is a right. Access to education is not a choice. Today, Kaka, I cannot decide that my child is not going to school. I can't do that. Why? The child's right to education is protected by the Constitution of the Republic of Kenya. I stand an arrest if I refuse to take my child to school. Ni wangu ndio, but I have no powers to deny this kid education because it is a constitutional right. If I don't, I'll be arrested by the government. So, at no point we can say that it's a choice for the government to offer quality, accessible education to its children. It is a right. And anyone who goes against that right stands to be arrested and charged of violating the rights of children. What am I saying in short? William Ruto is the president of the Republic of Kenya. If William Ruto has failed to give us an avenue as a leader of quality access to education, that leader stands to be fired in 2027. And this is the reason why I'm telling people, if you cannot send William Ruto home in 2027, bado tutaumia. Kwa nini? One of the 14 laws of power says, if you want to rule a community forever, if you want to rule a family forever, make every effort to have those people depend on you for everything. Once people depend on you, they won't question your rule. That's exactly what Kenya Kwanza is doing. Make the people of the Republic of Kenya poorer, deny them education, so that you can be able to rule these people, because they will entirely depend on you for guidance, kwa sababu watakuwa wajinga. If we can't treat this issue in 2027, we have a big problem. Chukua kadi, register as a voter for us to make a decision come 2027. God bless you. See you in the next episode. Asanteni sana.